Hello everybody, this is FN2188 here again with another review. This one is of an older figure. Yeah, you guys see a streak going. I've been getting some of the older figures that I have missed out on. I've always seen them somewhere on the shelf at a retail store, but this is one that I somehow never saw in a store. And it is not going for too much, but it is without a doubt one of my most wanted figures, mainly because I really love this movie. If you guys are a fan of the channel, you obviously know that. But I also really think this is a nice looking figure. So I'm extremely glad to have this one in hands and to do a first look at this out of box for you guys. We got a nice illustration of him on the corner. On the side, he is standard wave number 78, bio, and a larger illustration. And over here it just says Han Solo. You guys already know I'm going for top at this point. Alrighty, so right out of box, what can I say besides this is a very neat and versatile figure. Although that is true, there are a couple of things that are kind of off QC-wise. First, getting into it, I have a paint smudge on the face. Didn't really do anything that would cause that. Anyways, I'm not going to mind that because he is a mud trooper after all. So of course he's probably going to get a little bit muddy, maybe if he's lifting up his goggles for a bit. Before I get too deep into the figure, I'm going to start going over accessories. So Han comes out of the package with a helmet. This is obviously the helmet without the goggles, which are a separate piece, an accessory of their own, if you really want them to be, but I just feel that they look best with the helmet. Han also comes with a breath mask, which I gotta see what this plugs into, but it feels very light. It's like a rubbery material, so I'm just worried that this might snap. Han also comes with this plastic cape, which has a couple of nice tears in it, and it also has pretty good detail. I really do like the a little bit of white. It's kind of a dusty look. Definitely going to be displaying this on the figure. Lastly, Han comes with this blaster, which something interesting about this. I don't think I've ever seen this before. I pulled it out of the package and I thought that this piece right here broke off, this little attachment piece. What I didn't realize is there is a little clip on here. And you're going to put it on like this more rigid side and you just snap. And you could essentially just slide that up and it stays on pretty well. It's very interesting. Not only is the body cast in this very nice olive green, gray kind of color, it's got really good detail like to weathering and all the dirt that's kind of just mixed in. Once you see it, you're like, oh, so it's not just this dark sandy green color. But I just really like the direction they went with this, especially this red. It doesn't pop too much, but it feels like it's natural, like it's been worn out just a bit. Although he looks a little bulked up, that does not hinder his articulation much whatsoever. Starting with the head, I'm not going to get much articulation out of this anyways. Decent down. Because of the hair sculpt, he doesn't go that much up. Swivels all the way around. Pretty good tilt too. Arms can go all the way around. Arms come up to about here. No swivel at the armor. Takes a little bit of pressure to move it up. And after doing so, it goes pretty far past 90. Trigger finger is on a up and down and swivels all the way around. Waist has some pretty good movement as well. These flaps are a lighter plastic, so he can kick up pretty far. He can kick back just a little bit. Not too bad to the side. Swivel at the thigh. Double knee goes all the way back. Ankles are pretty tight, but you can get a pretty good mount back. And just a little bit forward. Alright, so I'm going to get him nice and suited up. Alright, so the helmet is pretty easy to get on. Going to slide this right above his eyes. Line this up with where his face is. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. Alright, so these little tubes from the breath mask plug right into the back. Last thing to go on would probably be this big old plastic cape. Alright, now that everything is on the figure, let's just do some comparisons. Here he is next to the trusted New Mold Stormtrooper. Here he is next to Childish Gambino, Lando Calrissian. And he's just about the same exact height as Han Solo. Well, I wonder why. Overall, I do think that this figure lived up to the excitement I had for it. This one felt like it was a harder task for Hasbro to handle, especially since this is just one outfit from the character. They could have given us him with his blue and white jacket from Corellia, but they decided to give us a Mud Trooper version, which I actually really do prefer because this way we can troop build if we just don't want the Han version. following that, I do think that this figure runs into the typical problems, like its joints sometimes being a little too stiff and you're feeling like you're going to break the peg, because it feels like it's a softer plastic than it really is, especially the ankles and the elbow joints. But acknowledging that this figure does have pretty good articulation, you can get him into some really neat poses. I honestly think that this is just a great representation of Han Solo from that scene. So I hope you guys enjoy the review, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.